not gonna even lie, this is not gonna be a long live stream. This is gonna be a really quick live stream. This is probably gonna be just a few minutes long, but I just gotta give you a huge shout out to all the fathers. It's Father's Day, and yeah, it's 10:30. It's actually 10:48 p.m. So I mean, this is a late video. This is probably the latest Father's Day live stream. It's gonna be on YouTube. But if you can't tell, I'm actually on somewhat of a vacation right now. That's right. I have a backdrop. I'm in an actual room. For those of y'all thinking that I'm still homeless, for those of y'all thinking that I rent in somebody's closet, for those of y'all thinking that I am, I don't know. That's right. We've made some strides and we went on vacation. We have left the closet for tonight's live stream. Thanks to y'all. I'm just kidding. It wasn't thanks to y'all's contributions, but I want to thank everybody that did contribute and did donate to the channel. Fortunately, I was able to kind of take some time off and do what I encourage all of y'all to do, which is just unplug from the matrix. Take some time off and figure things out if you need to. Absolutely do so. And so I wanted to come to y'all today to talk about fathers and talk about Father's Day. And, in complete honest transparency and honesty, if I titled this thing the Monique thing and everything like that, I don't really know if we're going to get to that, to be completely honest with you. I don't know if we're going to cover it at all, so I'm probably going to have to change the name of this title. But as you guessed, it's Father's Day. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Sunday, June 19th is the day to bring awareness to all the fathers in America. But you know what I decided and I started thinking about in the last live couple of minutes before I decided to go ahead and crank the live stream up was that, let's just go ahead and listen to some stories. And, of course, we're going to listen to some horror stories. And then we're going to have some guys call in or people call in. I'm going to try and keep this live stream 30 minutes, literally. This is going to be super short, right? If you want a longer live stream, you already know what to do. Right. Father's Day is today, ladies and gentlemen. It's also Carpenters Ant Awareness Week. I don't know what carpenter ants are good for, but I tell you what, they say that they are that they're good somehow. Maybe it says they get confused for termites. That's not the case. Wow, look at that. Fish Are Friends Not Food Week, Lightning Safety Awareness Week, National Craft Spirits Week, as well as National Grasslands Week. Juneteenth, ladies and gentlemen, cannot forget Juneteenth. The freedom of African Americans from slavery in the U.S. in 1865 is celebrated on the holiday Juneteenth on June 19th. Juneteenth is made up of the words June and 19th. And it is on this day that the Major General Gordon Granger arrived in Texas more than 155 years ago to inform slaves that slavery had been abolished. How's that, huh? How's that? Well, I'll tell you what, we got a lot of days that are very important today, huh? It's a lot of national holidays today. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers that are in the children's life. Are there any fathers out there that didn't get to see their children? One in the chat if you're one of the fathers. I'll tell you what, you're probably not watching right now, but if you are watching right now, then hey, I want to give a huge shout out to you for hanging in there, fighting the good fight, as they say. Check this out. Sacramento, a couple news articles before we get to the crux of the story, had gas for 59 cents a gallon. It's a trip.
Sacramento, California gas station accidentally made gas 59 cents.
Sorry.
Hey. Sacramento, California gas station accidentally made gas 59 cents. Someone is getting fired.
Made a gas pump of premium for 59 cents.
Sacramento, California gas station accidentally made gas 59 cents.
So I actually ended up looking up that story, and the person that made the gas 59 cents definitely got fired. So check that out. Listen, this is sad, but check this out. Something that's ingenious that I think we need to bring to light. A teacher actually came to discovery with this, and this is a good way to lock the school classroom doors in the case of the worst, or in the case of just needing to lock doors.
So if Michaela's trying to get in, isn't that awesome? So if Michaela's trying to
see
get
the
in,
horrified grandmother in the back over there. Or maybe she's just very surprised. Either way, kudos to this teacher for caring about her students. Kudos to this teacher for figuring out a way to lock the school doors if absolutely needed. I believe that we should be handling these situations completely differently, but you know what? I'm not a politician, and I do not have the smarts nor the economical, I guess you could say, grit to even be able to speak on an issue like that. It's Father's Day, ladies and gentlemen. And so today is the day that we bring awareness to the fathers and the men that have been in the children's lives and things of that nature. And I know this conversation could be spun so many different ways, but in light or in lieu of, in the character of, fatherhood. I'm going to try and cover the good and try and cover the bad really briefly for us tonight, right? It's not going to be a long live stream. But I just wanted to thank, and once again, give a huge shout out to the dads that are in the children's life, but to also make quick light and awareness that just because a father is in the child's life doesn't necessarily mean that they're a good father, right? And vice versa, just because a mother's in the child's life or because both parents are in the children's life doesn't mean that they're good parents per se. It simply means that they're in the children's lives. And that, yes, does have something to be noted and accounted for, I think, on some aspects or another. But that doesn't necessarily mean inherently that they're good fathers. And I was watching, I believe, the Cerebral's live stream, and she was showing a video of a father doing something, and I'll go ahead and show it for the sake of, just kind of doing this live stream. But she was showing a video of a father, and he was disciplining his son for, I think, missing the bus, I want to say. And the way that he was disciplining his son was, pretty shocking. It was triggering, a lot of people would say. And so I'm actually searching through the footage right now. And it was pretty horrific, right? But obviously on paper, this kid has a father. Now, I know one of the things, and this is something that Cerebral talked about on her live stream. Once again, if you don't know who I'm talking about, this is her right here, Cerebral. Cerebral. One of the things that she talked about was the fact that, a lot of people who kind of, argue a certain point say, well, we need more fathers, we need more this, we need more that. And it's absolutely true. As a matter of fact, it's a big thing that's kind of going on in our community, right? The disparity of fathers that's happening, or the lack of parental figures or masculine figures in a lot of aspects. We do all recognize and to some extent agree to that, right? But in light of, once again, celebrating the good fathers, we also do need to mention the fathers that might be seen as quote-unquote good per se, but they're simply in the house. And a lot of y'all have grown up with fathers like that. A lot of y'all have grown up with fathers that simply were just there. People, parents, mothers even, who were simply just there in the house, not necessarily actually fulfilling the entire dually role of a father figure, right, to the love, to the extent of, right, I'm looking for this dang clip. I cannot find it. I thought it was in this last live stream that she did, but I guess it's not. Or maybe she did something and then she just took it down. Let me see. Maybe it wasn't even Cerebral. Y'all know how I am. Let me look at my history real quick. Look at my history. Oh, man, I hope. Okay, so usually also, by the way, y'all, we do the how many times does the cell phone fall off of the stand game. Hopefully we do not do that tonight, because if this falls, it's going to fall directly into the laptop, and that's not cool. So we're not going to try and play that game tonight. But either way, I'm not going to show the clip. It was just this kid, and it was just really bad, right? And so I want to make kind of light of that, and I think that a lot of the conversation also needs to be geared towards for the guys who are in the manosphere who want to just keep continuously bashing the point of there needs to be more fathers in the home, there needs to be this, there needs to be that. Really, there needs to be an understanding of what it is to be a father, right? There needs to be an understanding of everything that goes on with it, right? And I understand that, but I also understand this as well, and I'm going to play a video for y'all. This name of this video is Child Support Systems Don't Care About Real Dads. Once again, I might get to the Monique thing. I might not. So I'll retitle the video. And yeah, I know it might be whatever. But we're going to talk about, if we don't talk about Monique and everything tonight, we'll talk about it tomorrow or the next night for sure. Okay? We'll be back to our main regularly scheduled programming soon here in a little bit. But let's go ahead and get to this video. Child support, right? This video and another video I believe I watched touched me, in an interesting way.
I can't share all of mine because I do have a lawyer, but I mean, I can get into some of it, of what's happening right now, and I'll just document it as I go along. And try not to get upset and cry about it or something like that, because I might. Sorry, I'm in the backyard, so if it's loud, that's why. So as far as my daughter goes, I sent last year, before COVID, or the situation, whatever you want to call it. Last year I sent the documentation in, actually served papers, so I get more time with my daughter.
Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. I haven't looked at y'all in the chat yet. I'm sorry.
Short backstory, I do all the driving.
In chat. I saw Batty Gal. Batty Gal, you were in the chat first, so Batty Gal was first. Drop bombs for Batty Gal. Batty Gal.
So I pick her up and drop her off every other weekend. I don't claim her on taxes or anything like that. She was under my plans for health and stuff like that, but mom decided to take her off for whatever reason. She is on my dental plan though still. So, yeah. But in this time frame, so I sent this paperwork in, and she decided to get her lawyer to send paperwork in to serve me and ask me for an increase. But not only an increase, she also asked to move. Not only did she ask to move, she asked for me to still pay for all the travel. That would mean if she moved to these areas, which are hours away, probably 10 hours or more away, I would have to drive or fly to get my daughter and then do the same thing to bring her back. And now my days would decrease to probably half of what I already get now, which I don't get that much. If you figure, if I get my daughter on a Friday afternoon, and even if I go take her to dinner, or if I don't take her to dinner, let's say I don't take her to dinner, let's say we just go straight through, we get home about 8 o'clock. Now, for a kid who's about 12, you might get like 3 more hours maybe, and that's it. That means pretty much
I'm gonna pause right here for a second, right? Right now he's describing the child support issues that he's having as far as the custody or the visitation rights. Now, I haven't gone through any of this, and I haven't gone through his case in extensivity, but is that the right word? Thank you. But bombs for me. I will say that in this case, it sounds like he's talking about weekend visitation. Maybe somebody in the chat can let us know. Shout out to our mods in the chat that are amazing, by the way. Organic Black, I promise I'll be reaching out to you soon. I think that he's talking about weekend visitation and things of that nature in this case. And what he's having a hard time with is the wife right now, or the ex or the mother of his child, wanting to increase his child support, even though he's already stated that the child has been covered under his medical benefits. He's currently paying child support. And ladies and gentlemen, if we're being completely honest, he sounds like he's a pretty decent guy right now. Yes, I understand. We don't know what's going on in the relationship. We don't know what's happening, what's going on behind closed doors, if he's abusive. We don't know. That's right. At the end of the day, we don't know. I'm simply saying that from what I've seen and gathered from this video, that there's a lot of guys out there who are on Father's Day today probably feeling some type of way that this man feels. Now, whether it's warranted or not, we can argue that, and that's either justifiable or non-justifiable. That's what we have the platform for, and what we have open panels for, and the times we do have open panels, right? And going into the future, that's what we'll have the panels for as well. But in this case, I think that there will be a lot of guys that connect to this message, right? Whether justly or unjustly.
Saturday, we have breakfast on Sunday. We grab lunch right before we leave to hit the road. And that's it. So really, I get one good one good solid day every other weekend, maybe a day and a half.
One good solid day every other weekend. So that's pretty tough right there. Now, if you are a perfect father, a good father, if you're a father that wants to actually be in your child's life, if you're a father that does take the time, take the effort to make yourself there for your children, that's a tough break. One day every other week, I understand.
Right? So she wants to decrease it by moving to a rural area, mind you, not even just another city.
So the one day that he gets, she wants to decrease by moving to a rural area. Sounds like she might be trying to do this, obviously, purposely, to try and get back at him, spiteful. Maybe, who knows exactly what the reason. Once again, we're not trying to implicate anybody in this particular manner or matter, but from what I see,
But a small rural area of some sort with my kid and her new husband and their kid, right?
Okay. New husband and their kid as well, right? So the wife has moved on, gotten the new husband, new family. Who knows? Maybe she's gotten a better guy. Maybe she's gotten a worse guy. Maybe that their relationship just ran its course. Yada, yada, yada. At the end of the day, it is still his child, right? It's their child. They made it together. And so let's continue on with the video.
I don't even think moving bothered me as much as the fact of you want to increase what I pay, but you want to move further away and still make me pay for everything. I'm not one to give up, but I felt like this before where I wanted to give up. When I was like, I don't even want to do this anymore.
So let's stop that right here. This is a very big moment. And I think this is what the manosphere, a lot of guys, especially the guys like the Coach Greg Adams, and I'm not saying that I agree with the Coach Greg Adams or anything like that, because there's a lot of things that those guys say I just don't agree with, right? But a broken clock can still be right 2 times a day, and I think that a lot of the times in these YouTube streets, we often get into such a piratical, is that the right word? Drop bombs for piratical, thank you. We get into such a parroting type of, conversational dialect amongst each other that we don't actually take the time to recognize something that might go against what we feel or think or, feel should be said on our platforms. And the reality of the situation is this is a really bad break for this guy right now. On paper, once again, this would be the type of Tyrone and or Naker that we would see as a single mother creator had his girlfriend or ex-girlfriend or ex-wife or whoever she is. Now she's married to the new guy. He would be the Naker, the typical Naker that we'd be, essentially roasting right now, right? But once you listen to a story and you hear him break the story down a little bit more, and ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready to listen to another story by, I think it's a white man, who's breaking down his child support situation. And let me just give you a hint how bad it is. The name of his channel is Broke, Homeless, and Paying Child Support. I kid you not. That's the actual name of his YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen. If you're looking at the screen right now, you'll see that. He has 20 subscribers. I don't know if he's still uploading, but he says he's been homeless since April 2020. We can click his page. If we click his page and go to his videos, he only has one video. So it's 4 minutes and 51 seconds long. Look, we'll get to that in 1 second. Once again, we got to give a huge shout out to our sponsors. Let's go ahead and look at our chats right now, making sure I'm not missing any chats. Wow, I don't even have the chat page loaded. Well, 34 of y'all in the building right now. It's good to see Yogi J in the building. It's good to see Chavis in the building. Koja is in the building. Koja asked a question, how much does he actually pay? Well, Koja, we don't have the answer to that question. But I tell you what, if I had to guesstimate, probably a couple $100 to $300 a month, I would say. Somewhere around there. Coffee Adams says, get custody of your child. Men should be primary caregivers. Now, coffee. This is something we just got done talking about a second ago. SERUM was showing a clip of a video. Let me see if I can find this clip for y'all really quickly. Let me try and find this clip. And this is going to kind of illustrate the point that we're also talking about, right? And that is that just because you have a father in your life doesn't necessarily mean that it's a good thing per se. Just because there's a man in the child's life doesn't necessarily mean that it's a good father, right? Now, that's the typical manosphere argument, trope, right? That, okay, well, you need the child's father, this, and that, this, and that. Well, let me see. Is it on World Star Hip Hop? Hold on a second, y'all. World Star Hip Hop. I cannot find this dang video. Well, anyways, from getting, hold on, y'all, kicked off bus. Okay, I found it. Jeez. Oh, no, that's not it. That's not it. I thought I had it. All right, I'm done with this. So, yeah, it pretty much, like here's another video right here. Like after his 10-year-old got in trouble on the bus, the dad forced him to run a mile in the rain. You know what I mean? And I know this guy got a lot of flack for it, but this is his kid running in the rain. No, a mile in the rain, maybe that's not too bad, right? But still, there have been things where it's been pushed too far by dad too, y'all. You know what I mean? Like, we have to be honest with ourselves here. We got to be honest with ourselves. Just because you have a father doesn't necessarily mean that's a good thing either. Let's go back to this guy's video, though. I'll read some more of y'all's comments in 1 second. 1 second. Sorry. Hold on.
I pay for it. Like, well, I don't even know why we got to go through this, right? I haven't done anything wrong.
He said, I don't even know why we got to go through this. I haven't done anything wrong. Jeez. All right, so let me ask y'all a question. If he didn't cheat, if he was still making the same amount of money, if he wasn't emotionally abusive, if he didn't do anything actually wrong per se, right? Would y'all understand where he's coming from a bit more, or do y'all still have a bit more questions? Because I'll be completely honest, I'm not getting that much insincerity or bad vibes from the guy, Now, some would say that I just have a hard time reading people. I'm not the best people reader, admittedly, I'm not. People can get a quick one over on me. You know, they can't. I'm not the most street smart person. I'm smart. I'm not the most street smart, but I don't know. What do y'all think?
If she needs something, she ask me.
Sorry about
I
the
pay
cars.
for it.
He said she needs something. She asked me. I pay for it. So he gives her money. Bombs. Did y'all hear that? Listen.
I haven't done anything wrong.
Jeez.
If she needs something, she ask me. I pay for it.
Now, if she needs something, now she's married, right? She's married to another guy that has kids, and she's moving away with him in a bigger house. I mean, do you think that he should be asking? She should be asking him still for stuff if she's married to a new husband that has a kid that moving into a bigger house as she's moving farther away from the guy who she's asking for money from? I'm just saying, that's a pretty bad deal in my opinion right here for this guy right here, man. It's a bad deal.
I don't really know.
I mean, look at his hopelessness. Look at the hopelessness, man.
It's just strange, and it's frustrating. And like earlier, I was angry, but I guess talking about it and vlogging it is helping me right now, because I was really mad. Like, I don't know why you have to keep going through these changes.
I want to say something, just in a moment of seriousness. If any of y'all are going through like these things and, you know, the battles and the hearings and stuff like that, I'd caution you just to be very careful with people's feelings and people's emotions. Because I think a lot of people fail to realize, and we do often paint stereotypical images of the typical Pookie and Ray Ray and things of that nature. And whilst, yes, there are stereotypical, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Imagery, if you will, can be true to a certain extent, right? There's truth to stereotypes. There's truth to jokes, right? But I think that we fail to also push the other side of the point, which is that we're technically animals at the end of the day. We're simply complex animals. We're simply the most sophisticated and the most organized animals, right? Which is why we rule the animal kingdom, essentially. We run the animal kingdom. We're at the top. We are the top predators. We consume everything as prey. There is nothing that consumes us outside of we consuming them at a much larger level. We are the top. If you look at or if you understand the pyramid or the grand scheme or the circle of life, if you will, right? So having said that, when you fail to also take into consideration the animalistic side or the dark side, if you will, of all of us, the dark elements that all of us have, those dark thoughts that we all have and things of that nature. When you push anybody or anything that lives, breathes, and has blood that oxygenates its system, whenever you break and bend and contort and try and the will of another creature, another living creature that has a will of its own to survive, you have a potential to have a battle on your hands. Now, whether it's a legal battle, whether it's a physical battle, whether it's any type of battle, you have the potential, right, for this to happen. And in this guy's particular case, it seems like he's doing a decent job of handling it. Now, once again, I know a lot of y'all might not think that this guy even has a reason to be upset, but I want to once again caution you to put this advice and not just to throw it into the wind, is that regardless of whether you think he has a right to be upset, is irrelevant, because once the action has been made or once something has been done or once a relationship has been severed to a certain extent, it's irreparable. There is no fixing it at that point. And this is an example of an irreparable relationship in a potentially dangerous situation, right? If things continue to play out in a certain way under a certain light. Because once again, like I said, whenever you have people, warm-blooded creatures who act on emotions and who need to consume to survive, and who have tendencies that are very, very, very evolutionarily inert inside of all of us for thousands of years. Whenever you have people, aka humans or animals, or however you see us at this particular moment in time, whenever you have people pushed to certain limits, there's no telling what can happen, right? Honestly, there's no telling what can happen. And in this particular case, when you're talking about people's families and people's children, it's almost a guarantee that something unfavorable could happen, and that something unfavorable will happen, right? This is just the nature of the game and the world that we live in now. So let's continue on for a second here, and then we'll go to one other video that we have, and then we'll read some of y'all's comments, and we'll slowly start to wrap it up. It's 11:13. I said I was going to talk for 30 minutes. Here I am.
We already get like a lot of more. I know some people who don't get as much as I give, you know, and not only that, you don't even get inconvenience. The only inconvenience you have is me coming to get her. It's your only convenience, and it was by design, you know, through mediation and being drug out for. It took like 2 years just to get all to what I got right now, because before that I didn't get anything. I would get broken promises, or if I was late, she'd say, "Oh, don't come," and I'm already driving. I'm like 2 hours or hour and a half in, and then you tell me, "Oh, you're late. No, you can't see her," like stuff like that, just spiteful stuff. Then I got a lot of stories, and I ain't trying to throw nobody under the bus, but at some point, it's like, man, what am I being silent for? This is stuff that dads go through all the time. Like deep thoughts, depressing ones too. Thoughts of giving up, not want to be bothered. I see it. Like I said, I know to turn the corner and be like, no, that's not what I'm going to do. But man, in those moments, you get frustrated. I can see how there's some dads who are like, I can't do it anymore. Matter of fact, if I couldn't afford a lawyer, I don't know what I'd do. No idea.
Jeez, man.
If I would serve that paperwork right there, and mind you, it's thick. They want everything. They even want to know what my wife makes. This court system is crazy.
Okay, so he has a wife. He has a new wife. So it sounds like he might have split with her and got a new wife, and sounds like she didn't like that. That's what I'm thinking. That's what it sounds like to me. I don't know. Don't get upset at me. That's what it sounds like.
And then you from the outside are going to look on the inside and say, okay, we should increase support because of these reasons, or we shouldn't. Mind you, I have the same occupation as the mother, right? We have the same occupation. We do the same thing. Different county, same thing. So that means we probably make about the same. So how are you asking for an increase from me when I have more responsibility than you do? I have 3 boys, plus I have to take care of my daughter. You just have 1. And then our daughter together. And it's not like you're alone. You're not a single mom. Because if you were a single mom, you wouldn't have my help or stepdad's help. Who's awesome, by the way.
Oh, he commended the stepdad, dude. Jeez.
I have no problems with the guy. Never have. Probably never will. Really don't have a problem with anybody. I just, a lot of times I sit here and try to figure out and understand. And I think that's what I shouldn't be doing, is trying to understand somebody else's motives. And maybe that's where I'm hung up.
So whenever you have people starting to talk like this, and this, I guess it's a rhythmic, circular type of motion, right? Where they're trying to explain why they're explaining the way that their explanation feels, right? That's pretty much what he's saying. And he's trying to figure out, he's trying to work things out inside of his mind. So he's talking in this circular motion. And it's a sign of immense mental stress, right? And it's typically a sign of somebody getting ready to crack, right? Uh, it could be a lot of different ways. I remember in high school. Shout out to all the good fathers, by the way, man. Happy Father's Day to y'all. We're probably not going to get to Monique right now. Shout out to everybody that donates to Cash App. Oh, we had one person donate to Cash App like 4 or 5 days ago while we were offline. I don't remember your name, but I appreciate you donating while we were offline. That meant a lot. Thank you. And so we were in high school, and there was a kid that I just didn't like, and I've told this story before, but there's a kid I just didn't like, man. And I saw him one day, and he was walking on his tippy toes, and he always walked on his tippy toes. He was walking on his tippy toes, and his head was down. And I was like, Kevin, look at Daniel. And Daniel was just walking, and his name was Daniel Glover. He was just walking down the hallways. He had kind of he always walked on his tippy toes. It was kind of interesting, but he was walking extra on his tippy toes that day. And I was like, Kevin, look at Daniel, man. And he was like, whoa. He was like, what's wrong with Daniel? He was like, what the hell? I forget what he said, but that's how Kevin talked. Slow. And I was just looking at him. I was like, what the heck is wrong with him? And so don't you know that the next day when we got to the lunchroom cafeteria, the phone almost fell, Jesus. When we got to the lunchroom cafeteria, everybody was dead quiet in the cafeteria, right? Dead quiet. I walked in. It was probably about 15 minutes before school started. I walked in, and I was like, what's going on? Like, did somebody die? You know, like, I was like, what's going on? And they were like, Daniel killed himself yesterday. They were like, Daniel killed himself yesterday. That's what they said. And I shouldn't have said that on the stream, but I should have YouTube censored it. And I was just like, whoa, right? I was like, dang, like it's crazy. Everybody was like blown away, you know, over a relationship in high school. And so that relationship drove him so much to the edge. That high school relationship drove him so much to the edge that as a high schooler, he snapped and he took his own life, right? Now, we'll look at that situation and say, oh, obviously that doesn't happen, a lot. This doesn't happen a lot. This is that. He must have been already emotionally unstable, this and that. Well, he was a pretty popular guy. He had no problem getting girls. He was a pretty tall guy. He was on varsity football. Daniel Glover was, he had no problem. He ran with the popular crowd. His family had money, right? Driving cars at 16. They had no issues. Rotating girls even in high school, right? So I don't think that was the case. Maybe that one particular girl, maybe Melissa was just so intriguing to him that he just had no other option or choice but to just, he just couldn't take it anymore. But I remember seeing him, and then I remember going to school the next day, and it was like, wow. And then I immediately flashed back to yesterday, and I went to go find Kevin. Kevin was, I think, getting like a milk and some kind of either biscuit with jelly or something like that we had for breakfast over there. And I said, Kevin, I was like, bro, you remember Daniel walking crazy? And he was like, yeah, man. I was like, yeah, dude, that's crazy. And we just sat and thought, talked about it for a second. And I was like, bro, I knew he looked different, bro. I knew something was wrong with him because we talked about it. And that's why I talked with you in the hallway about it. Well, that same look is that same feeling is the same feeling that I get from this guy right here. That empty soul trying to figure out the world and his place in the immediate cosmos. Not understanding and after putting hours and hours and hours and hours into trying to understand, right? Now, this message, I think, has been lost amongst the manosphere. This message has been lost, just like a lot of the messages from the divest sphere have been lost, right? Just like a lot of messages from so many different content creators' spheres have been lost in translation. The original message, the original purpose, the original good, right, has been covered by the muddied, hateful, destructful money pit, YouTube power grab, clout grab that a lot of content creators get into the game for. Not actually seeking to change or seeking to actually bring awareness to anything or anybody, but simply to collect the YouTube check, AdSense, Cash Apps, and things of that nature, so long as it fits the narrative and the prerogative. We're not going to do that here. What we will do is we're going to go ahead and go to broke, homeless,
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
paying child support.
This is Life in the Mud. This is the story of how coronavirus made me homeless. I'm going to take you into my spot where I live at. Been living here since about April or May.
I just want to say, if you're watching this and you're in your car right now, man, things get better. If you're homeless right now, things get better. Trust me, I feel you. I feel this. It's another reason why I chose this video here. So keep it up, man. Keep your head up. Things get better.
I moved in here, had to move in here. I'm saying it's cheap, so I can afford it right now. This is my spot. This is where I live at. That's my bed. That right there's my bed, man. Plywood and shit I put up. I built it. That's everything I own now. Everything. That's all I got, man. That's everything.
You got more than what I did.
Laundry.
He's got everything. He's good.
Little closet I built. I'm gonna show you my paychecks and how child support has affected me during this corona season.
So, y'all, we're going to get ready to see how much money he's paying and everything like that. Now, we get to see. Hopefully, we'll get to see. I haven't actually watched this all the way through.
To start off with, I pay $1,400 a month in child support. And from the break,
God.
from the jump, that was way too much money. I was struggling. I've been struggling for the past 13 years paying this child support, trying to pay it. Even got locked up one time for coming up short for too long. And it's a ridiculous amount. Like I said, I pay $1,400 a month. I don't make that much money. I'm a blue collar. I work my butt off, and I just get, everything gets taken from me. And with this corona, it's just, man, I try to be good to everybody, man. I try to, and it's like, when is it my example of what? Here is an example of what one of my paychecks looks like. Now look, I made $1,250. This is the most recent paycheck I got, and this is because of corona and child support. I'm getting screwed so hard. So $1,250, that's what I made. That's what I got. That's my check. There's my child support for focus. There's my child support.
All right, for our audio listeners, I'll read you off what we're looking at here, all right? So he has a check for $1,200. We'll just give it that. His child support number one is $416.98. So I know a lot of y'all are asking, well, how many kids does he have? He's paying $1,400 a month. How many kids does he have? How much money is he making? Well, this is proof, y'all. Jeez. This is it. He has 2 kids, and he's not making, that much money. Gross pay $1,250, and what? Is that a 2-week check? A 1-week check? Let's just say it's a 1-week check. Does it? If that's coming out of every 1-week check, does it really matter? Whew. $349 is left over because child support number 2, ladies and gentlemen, for our audio listeners, is $231.28. So after $416, $231. After $105 federal income tax, right? Because your taxes, Social Security, $77, Medicare, $18, Virginia state income, $52.02. He's left with $349.07. Now, sounds a bit rough in my opinion. I'm not going to lie. That's a bit rough. Right? That is a bit rough. Let me see what y'all think. Let me see. That's a bit rough, y'all. Hey. Hey, y'all. Come on. We got to start being a little... Hey, we got to start being a little honest with ourselves. That's a bit rough, y'all. Come on now. Come on. I'm not going to let y'all do that to me. Woo! Jesus. Koja says, all right, Koja. Koja's in the building. I love Koja, yo. Koja said that's a lie because his net income is reduced by the first child support obligation. Oh, okay. Koja's not going to let, y'all better come correct. Koja's here. She's not going to let the bullshit go. Ben Garcia said that's why men go MIA. Oh, goodness. Yogi says, this is too much. I have a friend who helped me much, and he paid $800 a week. And each twin and $600 for his eldest child. He is not okay and had to lose his job when his ma dropped twins off and didn't come back. Yogi, that's a crazy situation there. Choose Life says if he was an active part of his kids' lives, I doubt he would be on child support. I don't feel bad. Choose Life, I don't know if I can agree with you there, Choose Life. And here's why. Hop into the hot seat with me. It would once again do the same thing that we try not to do for and that we don't do for guys, which is treat them as a monolith, right? We can't say, well, all of children need fathers because we know that all men aren't good fathers. And in the same light, we can't say that if you're just in the child's life that all the women are good mothers because they're not. As a matter of fact, we've seen bad women on YouTube who are mothers. Now, I'm not going to name names because when we're talking about kids and mothers and stuff like that, I try to leave the kids out of it. But you can use your creative imagination and decide who you want to talk about. Or envision me talking about, right? Some of y'all will be like, oh, there you go, talking about Nyla again. I'm done. I tried to give truth another chance. Sorry. I'm sorry. I am. I'm going to give you a huge shout out to the person that did my hair. Thank you. Educate me says, I don't know a woman getting this much in child support. Now, I will say, women do get child support. All right, women do get child support. They do. Koja, I think Koja came onto the panel and said, now Koja, he said he's either lying, he didn't participate when a child support asked him this is illegal. Okay, now Koja, are you talking about the white guy, Koja? Are you talking about the white guy? All right. I don't know, Koja. He said he showed the tickets. Let me go back to the video here, and I'll go back to y'all's. Let's go back to the video.
Paycheck I got, and this is because of Corona and child support. I'm getting screwed so hard. So $12.50, that's what I made. That's what I got. That's my check. There's my child support for focus. There's my child support right there. That's what I get. Now, how many of you parents out there are giving your children more money than you can afford for yourself? Like, this is ridiculous. I'm getting stroked. I can't believe this. I'm a bottom
That boy
bum
said I'm
right
getting
now.
stroked.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not the bum that's on the side of the street begging for money. You know what I'm saying? Looking for ducats, son, man. Living for free and off other people and using government help and such like that, man. I'm not doing any of that. Man, I'm working my ass off to be homeless, and I can't even get government help because I make too much money at the end of the year. Like, I make too much money to get help. And this is what I'm left with. That's 2 weeks. That's 2 weeks. Look at the month. Here's the month. Here's the month. Here is the month. That's the next one. Here's the month. $11.95. I get $333. So what's that? $680, $690 roughly. $680. That's what I made for the whole month. That's my monthly income.
$680, y'all. Is that rent? Can you even pay rent? That's not even my rent.
That I get to take home with me.
Damn.
That's why I'm homeless. Child support is why I'm homeless. Child support is the biggest scam on the face of the planet. Let's see. Here's one maybe.
Now, here's my question, y'all. All right, let's just say, all right, because I get it. Let's just say he was a horrible dad, right? Horrible dad. Let's just say he was trash, didn't want to take care of the kids, didn't that, right? Obviously, yeah, child support needs to come out. But does it need to be like 75% of what the dude's making, though? Even if he's trash, I don't think it should be more than half of what he's making. Like, even if he's trash, he still has to be able to pay the child support. You know what I mean? Because what's the point if he doesn't have a job and he can't pay the child support? Right? What's the point if he ends up going to jail? You know what I mean? So I get that y'all are like, oh, I don't feel bad for him, but I'm speaking on like a logistical, like logical, economical perspective. Say he isn't able to pay that child support and he just defaults on it or he gets locked up. Then what? Like then there's nothing going, period, right? So you got this guy that's pretty much on the brink, homeless, living in some kind of shelter thingy. And he's been doing it for 13 years. That means he's got 5 years left on the children that he's talking about right now. 5 years. I don't know if he's got another 5 years left in him.
Look at that one. That's what I made one time.
Out of $750, he took home $218.
That's back in September. $750, man. $260, $144. Child support, man. I think I'm bullshitting this child support. Look, this is one. Let's see. This is one right here where I paid the entire amount of child support that I owe. This is the entire amount of child support I owe. I made $1,500. I take home $482. That's my full amount of child support that I have to pay every month. Shit is ridiculous.
Oh, he said every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks he pays $482. That's what the video says right now, edited. On the screen it says every 2 weeks, $482.99.
Ridiculous, man. Please, someone tell me how to live. How the fuck do you do this? Like, how do you do this life? It's just not. Something's wrong here, man. Because I'm not, addicted to drugs, and I'm not lazy. I work my butt off for this. You know what I'm saying? And I just get screwed. I just don't know what to do, man. I'm done with this 2020. I just wanted to put this out there. You know what I'm saying? If anybody knows of any way that I can, get help, please let me know. Contact me, man. Let me know. How am I supposed to live? Somebody help me know, please.
Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, that was the one video he did. Out of all the comments on the videos, he didn't respond to any of them, I don't think. He didn't respond to any of them. So, take that for what you will. Let me retitle this. I'm going to retitle this live stream, yo. I need to retitle this live stream and take Monique out of the dang picture. Hang on a second. I need to just put a picture of me up is what I need to do. Hey, if you're enjoying this live stream, make sure that you leave a like. It's late right now, so if you're up, that means that you're a night owl or you're working. If you're working, then I want to give a huge shout out to you for keeping this amazing country that we're in running. I want to give a huge shout out to you for taking care of your business. It's late night, but you're still getting the money right. You're still getting the paper tight. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I can rhyme when I need to in time. And I just want to thank you for joining us. You shine. There we go. We got to wrap it strong. We wrap it up strong right there. I'm changing this really quickly. I don't know if I want the picture of DL Hughely either up there, so I'm just going to put like literally a picture of me. I went swimming today, and it was magnificent. It was absolutely magnificent. And I had a little beer in the pool, and it was wonderful. And I hope that all of you out there are enjoying your time, your holidays, your festivities. Let me see if this looks okay. I'm literally trying to design on a live stream. I'm designing a thumbnail on a live stream. Jesus. This is how you could tell. I'm definitely feeling it, right? I'm feeling it. No, I've gotten comfortable with it. When you become a master at this live stream stuff, you design your thumbnails to the live streams on the live streams. Come on now. Get with it. Get with it. Get with it. But yeah, I went swimming. Magnificent. Pool felt great. Budweiser was amazing in there. The sandstone around the pool was ungodly hot. I was like, whoo. It was ridiculously hot. So hot, as a matter of fact, that I was like, you know what? This is hot. That's how hot it was, right? That's how hot it was. Okay, I'm designing this little live stream thing right now. Listen, I'm going to read your comments, and then I'll think about opening the Zoom panel, but probably not. I'm probably going to end this live stream here in a couple seconds. I just want to check in with y'all, let y'all know how everything's going. and that, you know, we're going to be back on, you know what I'm saying? You know how we do things. Maybe we should use a picture of Donovan for the child support video. We'll just use a picture of Donovan. Donovan's going to be like, why are you using my picture right now? It's all right, Donovan. I'm sure he won't mind. Donovan's reforming, man. He's reforming himself. By the end of the year, Donovan Sharp is going to be advocating for marriage. I'm calling it now. He's going to be advocating for marriage. And we're going to be like, oh, my God. It's amazing. I'm calling it now. Child support madness. There we go. That'll bring in the red pill crew too. See, we gotta reel in the red pillars. That's what we gotta do, y'all. We gotta reel in the red pillars. We gotta get them to our side. Okay, I'm downloading the clip. The thumbnail, changing the title, and we proceed with the comments. I'm just trying to be fair, y'all. I just want to be fair to everybody. Okay, just want to be fair. We could do some ASMR. This live stream has been brought to you by 5 Hour Energy. I want to give a huge shout out to 5 Hour Energy for keeping this party rolling. Not going to lie, the 5 Hour Energy Extra is pretty serious. I drank like a little third of it, and I feel it a lot. It's not bad. How the heck has y'all's day been? Did I ask you how your day was already? If I didn't, I'm sorry. How was your day? I hope it was a good day for you. I really do. All right. I've got the thumbnail. I've got the power. Let me see if I can do it. Let me see. Customization. Oh, I can't do it while I'm live. Oh, wait, maybe I can. Did somebody donate $50? Did somebody just donate $50? I think I just saw a $50 donation. Yo, the Thais report. Thais report, whenever he gets like a crazy donut or something, he be like, y'all gonna make me cry. Okay, I'm back. Yo, I watched Thais and I am rolling. Thais hilarious, yo. Make sure you check out the Thais report, man. Show some support. Thais report's cool. Cool guy right there, man. Let me $50 super chat from Tabitha coming in. Tabitha coming in on the clutch. Tabitha, I appreciate that $50 super chat. Tabitha said touchy subject. Thanks for taking it on. Tabitha, thank you for supporting the channel continuously. Tabitha coming in with a $50 super chat. It is a touchy subject, Tabitha. It's a subject that, you know, it's tough to talk about just because there is so much emotion involved, and because, once again, it is not monetarily incentivized to talk about reality and the true nature of situations. Now, let me go to Koja. On YouTube, at least, it's not. But fortunately, we have people here on the channel that support, and I'm so thankful for that. Koja said, cheap bread is $2 a loaf and a bag. Yo, Koja does not have any mercy for our guy that's losing 80% of his paycheck to child support. This is what Koja had to say. Cheap bread is $2 a loaf and a bag of turkey ham is $6. Mayo $3 equals $11 a week. One glass of juice a week is $5 a week. Well, Koja, hold on, Koja. We're going to reread this. Koja, it sounds like Koja's definitely turning up. Cheap bread is $2 a loaf. I'm going to add it up, Koja. Let's do some math. Can somebody add this up for me, please? Somebody add this up. One of y'all, I love y'all. Koja added it up. Okay, I'm sorry. No, never mind. Well, I'm not going to lie. We might need to add Koja's math up anyways. Koja, you know I love you, dear. I'm just joking, Koja. Cheap bread's $2 a loaf and a bag of turkey is $6. Mail $3. One glass of the breakfast $10 plus sandwich equals $11 and juice equals $5. Total is $26 a week. So, well, but Koja, isn't that just breakfast though? So you got, I mean, but Koja, we're not just gonna eat ham and you know mayo all week, my dear, right? All right, Koja. I mean, if we need to, we can do it like that. But I don't want to eat the bag of turkey ham all week. I mean, maybe it's that time. But, I mean, Koja, you want him to do that for 18 years, darling? It's such a long time, Koja. The Black Messiah had a message deleted. He said he needs to get a lawyer and check the I don't know what that is, but whoever the mod is, Diana sniped you out, the Black Messiah. Well, Diana, it doesn't seem like he's saying anything bad, so I'm gonna read what the Black Messiah is saying. Once again, shout out to Tabitha for the $50 super chat. Touchy subject. Black Messiah said he's concerned about his daughter in visitation. He hasn't said anything about her situation to suggest he's hating on the mother's success. I would be inclined to agree there. I'd be inclined to agree. Diana, let's try and give Diana Prince modding in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. I want to give a huge shout out to Diana Prince modding in the chat. Man, I tell you what, having good mods in the chat, poof, bombs. Diana said he can sign away his parental rights and the husband can adopt his daughter that ends child support visitation. Of course, he'd complain about that too. His ex is living better and he's big mad. Okay, Diana, jeez. Let's break this down. You said he can sign away his parental rights and the husband can adopt his daughter that ends child support and visitation. So you want his, now I hear what you're saying. And for those of y'all who are missing it, Diana wants him to give up his daughter's parental custody. So the stepfather, which the guy said he didn't have a problem with, he bigged up the dude in the video, right? The stepfather would essentially take custody of the child. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to give up my child's custody and my child's last name to another man just so I stop paying child support. I'm just not going to do that. Yo, we're going to have to find another way. That is touchy. For another man to take my daughter? Whew, Diana, I feel what you're saying. That is an option, right? It is an option. But is it what we really want, though? Diana does bring in a good point. What do y'all think? Maybe I should ask y'all. Let's ask. Do you think fathers should give up custody of their children to stepfathers and which would thus ending child support? All right. It's a good question. Let me know what you think about that question there. That's a good question there. All right, let me read some of the new comments. An insane option. Yo, give up my daughter. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Yo, I love y'all. Y'all are great. Diana said those are options. I'm not saying he should. He's complaining about child support. I work in the industry. It happens a lot. Diana says she works in the industry. It happens a lot. What? Dadgum, I didn't know. Somebody said, our coach just said, I hope Messiah isn't Dante that said his 2 kids were grown earlier today on the Bomb Cherry panel. Educate Me says it's an insane option. Yogi says, nope, not happening. If you have a kid, you would not be feeling. Keita says, no way. Koja said, please tell me the Black Messiah Black Stars and getting caught in a lie. Well, Koja, if you're catching anybody in a lie, you got the first dibs, so you should go live with it first for sure. I'll share your channel, Koja, if you're catching somebody in a lie. I'll share it here, and we'll take the live stream right to your channel. Whatever it is. We're down for the mess at this point. I'm down for it. No, I kid you not. It's okay, Black Messiah with the bad words. See, Black Messiah, this is why we can't do it, all right? This is bad. We can't be calling anybody. Okay, Black Messiah, I see you're upset, but she didn't call you the B word, Black Messiah, okay? We got to play nice. I had to hide that one. Black Messiah, okay? Diana says, I'm in Cali all the time. Okay. Yogi says that was a quick answer on the poll. Yeah, it looks like the poll is more no. Now, we do have a couple of people. One person, 11 votes. One person did say, 2 people did say yes. 18% said yes. 82% out of the 2-minute poll we did. Do you think fathers should give up custody of the children to stepfathers, thus ending child support? 82% said no. No, you shouldn't. But once again, real life situations, we see that online and offline, like Diana said, she's in this industry. She sees that this happens. I've never heard that before. That's fascinating. Who's Dante? Is that who Black Messiah is? Dante? Are y'all doxing people now? Y'all, Black Messiah, welcome to YouTube, my friend. You have been targeted. But no. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back here. Now, that was that situation there. In this guy's situation, not gonna lie, homie might need to go ahead and give up like custody of his children, just because this sounds like such an extreme situation. It sounds like there's no remedy for it. Like in the video here, he's walking to the storage unit. He gets to the storage unit, and this is his setup here. Once again, this video was uploaded November 10th, 2020, and that's the only thing that we've heard of from him. We were laughing at Diana's advice, but honestly, as horrific as it seems, and I think that's the bigger issue, is like, dang, legitimately, he probably should do that. And that's sad to say, because he wants to be a child in his father's life. I don't know. Did he say he wanted to be a father in his child's life? Assume, y'all, he wants to be a father. Then yeah, right? We have a serious issue. If he wants to be a father, that's an issue. That's an issue. Once again, those eyes that I talked about, man, you can tell a lot by the eyes. The eyes are the windows to the soul, ladies and gentlemen, and you can see, you can hear the emotions of a person that's just tired, right? And maybe he did things wrong, right? But if he's trying to hold down a job and do this, I just don't know how wrong he might have been in that situation, because it's not like he's not paying child support. It's not like he's asking to get paid under the table. He's still making the money legally and still trying to stay on the books, right? On the correct or the right side of the law. I don't know. I think it's a situation that we need to talk about a lot more in the future as we start having more and more and more of these discussions that will inevitably start to bring over the guys from the manosphere. But hopefully in that we start to bring over guys that have legitimate concerns, guys that have legitimate issues, guys that have pressing things that they want to talk about, get off their chest, and, try and figure out, and to really share with us. And I think then and only then, I kid. Got some people showing love in the chat. People should choose better. Yeah, I know that people should definitely choose better. Oh, definitely, y'all are great. Said I didn't comb my beard today, so I'm sorry, y'all. We're looking a little patchy, but okay. Well, listen, y'all. I'm definitely gonna wrap this up. Thank you for all of y'all's likes. Make sure you like the video, y'all. Like the video. Please like the video on your way out. We only have 15 likes, so make sure you like the video. Yeah, he needs to get a lawyer. Easy Breeze said he needs to get a lawyer. They have to do better community service, pro bono work. He can't be a father for his kids if he's not on his feet. Yeah. Diana says you can't vet nobody. Zenor Divine says if was provided insurance for his children, his child support would drastically drop. Zenor, the first guy we talked about, said that he had insurance for his children. But I think he said he still only gets to see them like one day every other week or something like that. So it wasn't even about the money for him, even though he was getting ready to pay more money, but it was that she was moving away with the new husband, even though he has a wife too. Just a lot of stuff, right? A lot of stuff. Family law attorneys aren't cheap, Diana Prince says. I hear that. How many kids he got? I'm not sure. If you're talking about the white guy, I think, the white guy had 2 kids. You're going to have to rewind that live stream. But the white guy, literally, one of his checks was $1,200, and he took home, what did he take home? Like $349 or $333 or something like that? Or was it $429? I think it was 3 something. The check was $1,200. He took home 3 something, y'all. I was like, damn, that is serious. That's not, he doesn't have enough to even pay rent from the money, right? Type of stuff. Now, he had 2 kids. One of the child support payments on the check was $430. The other one was like 2 something. Whew. Serious, man. Serious. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap this up. Listen, I love y'all. If Roe v. Wade is overturned, child support guidelines will increase. Whoa. Diana Prince with the bomb coming through with the Roe v. Wade political reasoning and explanation, saying if Roe v. Wade is overturned, if y'all don't know what that is, that's the abortion law, right? Or the pro-choice, however you see it, that's the bill that they're speculating is going to be. Now, we haven't heard anything about it for a while now, so we don't know really what's going to happen. But that's some interesting knowledge. So if that goes through, the money's going up, huh? That's interesting because I think the manosphere is really actually praising Roe v. Wade going through. The manosphere is like, yes, finally, women have to have the children that they're going to have to be accountable for, However you look at it, it's not going to be just straight cut and dry. Diana, that's a good point. It's not cut and dry situation. It's a lot that's going to happen behind closed doors, and it's going to make things. And Diana, that's not the only point that I've heard of that's going to make things a little bit harder for potential fathers, right? Or for potential, statistics, if you will. It's not the only thing that I've heard, but that is the first time I've heard you say that, or the first time I've heard that, though. So it's very interesting. Yogi says, you always looking good, young man. Oh, thank you, Yogi. Especially without some YouTuber BS on your mind. Let that go. Glad to see you here. Oh, thank you, Yogi. I appreciate that, my dear. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Sugar Bum said he better get back with the baby mom. $300 an hour for a halfway decent family law attorney. Ask me how I know I paid it. Koja did say, ladies and gentlemen, that she did actually pay child support. And I believe Koja, forgive me, but the only reason I'm mentioning this, Koja, is because she did say it on our live stream. And she brought it up here about the money that she paid for her law attorney. But I believe Koja actually paid child support or did pay for the alimony or something of that nature. So she has experience, A, in what she's talking about. B, she's telling the truth. She's telling the truth. Diana said, Ahmad Diana in the chat said the U.S. Supreme Court will be deciding it soon. All right. Black Messiah said, the honest truth, do me a favor and expose this troll. Where did I speak on my children's age on here? Black Messiah, I tell you what, you want to hop onto the panel, Black Messiah? Because when it comes down to, the age and the stuff like that, I'll let you hop on, man. Hop on the panel. Let me go ahead and set it up. If you have Zoom, now's your time. Download Zoom if you can. Why am I ending the meeting? I just joined. I just started. Hang on. Start virtual camera. Okay. Let me get. Okay, Black Messiah. I'll have you. You know what, Black Messiah? I really shouldn't have you on because you're kind of going bad in the chat. But I'm gonna give you a chance to clear your name, and anybody else that wants to let you clear your name as well, or speak to you. Here's the link. The invitation link has a password that you'll need to get into the Zoom room. That password is at the end of the invitation link. It will be separated by 3 spaces. But if you don't see that password, I'll tell it to you now. It's A2 capital D PF6. That's right. A2 capital D lowercase p lowercase f lowercase 6. One and done. Spent $10K. Diana Prince says she spent $10K on her child custody attorney. Woo! I got a serious question. Where y'all getting this money from? Man, where y'all getting this money from? What do y'all do in life? I'm just being honest. Y'all are really out here getting it, man. Ladies, y'all are really out here getting it. Guys, y'all really out here getting it. Because I hear y'all tell these stories. And listen, I'll hear people tell stories. I mean, look, the guy who's homeless right now is even getting it. He's just getting it handed to him.
This is...
I'm proud of y'all, man. Tabitha said $300 an hour. Wow. Sorry, I meant to do this, Tabitha. It goes down after the first year, and you can petition for it to be lower. Okay. Pull this forward. Okay. Diana Prince says that was over a decade ago. I'm well paid, THT. Woo, Sheesh. we got somebody. We got somebody on the Zoom. Hello, hey. So this particular topic could be easier to manage if family planning was a course in high school. Men and women take safe sex. Men and women would take safe sex seriously. Easy Breezy says, "Dang, I wasn't working when I got my divorce, and I used a free lawyer that I spoke about earlier. My ex, though, he spent about $10K and still complains about it." Easy Breezy, what ended up happening? How did it go with the custody and everything like that? What do y'all even go to court for? Are y'all asking for full custody or half custody, or do you have to pay if you want any type of custody? Like, what's up with this custody thing? But listen, we got somebody on the Zoom. Who's on the Zoom? Speak freely. Speak your mind. Oh, I see. It's Don. I'm not gonna say your whole name, but we have two people on the Zoom. So what we're gonna do is this: we're gonna let the gentleman go first this time, and then we're gonna let Koja follow up because we love Koja here, and Koja is gonna be able to kind of summarize everything for us a little bit better than I probably could, to be honest with you. So, Mr. Dante, it's good to see you in the building, my friend. This is, I assume, Black Messiah. Forgive me, CEO DNP. This is Black Messiah, I assume.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So what seems to be the issue, Black Messiah, in the chat? Because I'm completely lost right now.
All right. So I really wasn't planning on coming in, but since it started, I just wanted to hit it up real quick. So I'm coming on to these YouTube streets, and I'm coming in and I'm talking. I'm having debates with some of these channels, coming across a lot of old heads that are real weak and immature. They like to lie. They try to speak over you, try to prevent you from talking, and they kick you off their channels, block your stuff, like the person you just saw caught on your own channel. You look and they erasing all of my comments. And you go look at the comments. I ain't even said nothing wrong. So you got all this immaturity shit, right? So then I just wanted to call this out. I was going to see, I don't know if you can look, and I'm cold as hell right now. I'm downstairs. But if you look on your channel, can you show me anywhere that I've said anything about the age of children?
Let's look. Let's take the time and go look. Now, what are they accusing you of? Accusing somebody's kids or hold on, Dante. We're gonna get to. Hold on, CEO. I'm doxing everybody. My name's Jonathan, so don't worry. You're in good hands. We're all doxed together on the internet. Koja, can you add some light to the situation? Are we missing something here? I want to get to the bottom of this. This seems to be an issue. Koja, if you're there, I'll ask you to unmute yourself. And then you can speak freely.
Can you hear me?
Yes, my dear. We hear you perfectly. Good to see you, Coach, in the building.
I thought he said something about the age of his children in the chat. I could have misread. Now, only thing I have to do is clarify if his kids are over 18 or under 18.
Okay.
Now you see how they flip that. Oh, the only thing I need to say is my kids. No, I'm trying to say is, why is my kids' age even a matter? Nobody's talking about my kids' age. Not only is you lying.
What comment did you make in the chat about your kids? Did you not say that the kids are on?
But hold up. I'm trying to figure out. But hold up. You're the one sitting here accusing me.
The wife has been remarried. That your baby mama been remarried, and the kids are on their insurance or something. What was the comment you made in the chat?
I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about, because we over here in the honest truth. What comment did you
make in the chat?
No, you the one who said that.
What comment did you make in the chat? The chat is too far for me to go back now, because I can only go back so far in the chat. So I don't want to misquote you.
This is what I'm talking about, honest truth.
Okay, I don't want to misquote him in the chat, but it's easy for you to say what you said in the chat.
No, Koja, let's give him a chance to clear up what he said in the chat. Now you said this is what you mean. So CEO, you came in, and I'm glad that you came in. Obviously, you resonate with the message a little bit tonight, then, which is that the battles that some guys experience are validated. Is it something that you're going through yourself, or that you've gone through personally?
It's something I've gone through to a certain degree, but I definitely know through my experience and the things and the stunts that the woman tried to pull, I definitely know it's probably real bad out here for a lot of dudes.
Okay. Now, you don't have to get into the details and the mud and the grit and everything. Before we go back to Koja, to try and clarify the issues that we might have had there, that y'all might have had, what ended up turning out as the result of your custody hearing? Did it work out okay? Is it 50-50 or what exactly?
I never had to deal with custody. I don't have no beef with my baby mamas. They know I love my kids. They had no problem.
That's good.
But I separated and chose to go ahead. I had to go away for a little while, and I came back.
What does that mean? You went away?
I got locked up.
Oh, my
4
bad,
years.
bro. My bad. I wasn't even
Nah,
thinking about
it ain't no
that. I
problem.
thought you meant like left the country or something.
No, it ain't
I
no
was trying to talk
problem.
about something.
I talked about it earlier. I don't lie about nothing going on.
Okay, man. Okay, for sure. So, went away for a year, came back. What? Just a straight year? 365, 12 months?
No, for 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
Dang, bro. Okay.
So I came back. We was all cool and stuff, but they was doing their things. I've been gone 4 years. My baby mama's already married. You know what I'm saying? So that whole thing, it went down like that. But it was like once my baby mothers had kind of moved on, they had their little things going on. You had issues where females was taking my children all over the place, not letting me know. People were having my children involved in situations where they were close to child molesting cases, not letting me know. A woman had lost her situation at a time, ended up in a homeless shelter. And I'm stable, never gave me the chance to get my kids. Why? Because they know my kids love me. They know if my kids fuck with me, they're not gonna want to go back to their mama's house.
So,
and how she gonna get child support if I got my kids?
see, let me ask you a couple questions. Now, kids, are these multiple kids that were with the same women, or were they with multiple women while you were they just traveling?
I got two with one, I got one with another, and then I got two that are like goddaughters.
Okay. So you accept them as family. So
Yeah.
that's family, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So about five then, and so they were just kind of obviously with family members, as family is holding tight while you're incarcerated, and when they're holding you down. So, so there were situations that happened, obviously, and when when you're in there, you don't have any control, and so you hear about these things, and I know it probably bothered you, but there's little that you can do, and so if you were out, those situations wouldn't have happened, is what you're saying. If you were out and about and free to do your thing. Now, what I have to ask is, and you know what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to bring Koja before I ask my question. Koja, did you have any questions, or did he clear everything up adequately?
He's still behind in arrears in child support.
Okay.
And his kids are grown, according to him. I thought he made a comment in the section about his kids or something, but I'm going to say this here. I'm going to speak to the law, and I like to speak to the law. If you go to court and you get an illegal order, your redress is to ask for a rehearing for that and cite the law. Federal law prevents the taking, I think it's 55% or more of somebody's income. When you see a check, when a person has multiple child support cases, that means they didn't participate in the process, because the first thing they do when you get child support is ask you if you have any prior child support obligations and alimony. So if, let's say you pay $400 in child support, your net income is reduced by that $400. So you will not be, your child support will be less. So when you see child supports around the same amount, that means that person didn't participate in the process, and they can still go and redress the court. They actually don't have to know how to do it. They have packets at the court. It is very simple, cut and paste, that you can do. So if he's in that situation, it's because their failure to act when child support contacted them, or their failure to redress. They can always go back and correct an erroneous order that was entered without the complete information.
Well, Koja,
as far as joint custody, no state really allows sole custody under only one condition, two conditions maybe. One, if the child was born out of wedlock and the father did not request joint custody. Anytime there's something ordered like that, they automatically get joint custody. And the basic package of time sharing is every other weekend, one from Friday 5 or 7 p.m. to Sunday 5 or 7. They get 30 days in the summertime, a week at Christmas. They get half of Thanksgiving break, or they may alternate it between years. If you're current in your child support, you actually get to claim the child the other year, but you have to be current. And if you pay almost like 50-50 of the share, because both parents have to provide. So when they're saying all of these things and you know the law, you know they can't be true, or they cannot be exercising their rights within the law. Like when I got my child support order and it was wrong, you know what I did? I filed a motion for the judge to adhere to the law, and then guess what he did? He corrected it within 5 days and gave me a new order. So
Well, Koja, I want to say this, and we'll go back to Black Messiah to let him respond. That's a great point there. So
She not talking about me.
Oh, okay. Oh, good. Okay.
I
My
say,
bad.
are your children over 18 or under 18? That's what I asked you.
Yeah, and I say that doesn't matter. It's not even a question you should be asking. But like that.
So if you up here, well, you say you still had a child support obligation earlier today. So if
Right,
you're
right.
saying now
You
that it's
talking,
something,
you talking about the last show,
hey,
and you
still
coming
have
in
a
here and
child
you
support
running your
obligation.
mouth, but
And
we
according to
on
you,
the
your
honest
child, and you
truth
done been
right
on the
now.
panels under
And
3
you're
different
bringing in,
names
listen,
today.
Okay.
You done
you're
been
bringing
on
in,
panels under
you're
3 whole
bringing up
different
even
names
right
today.
now. You see how she can
You
run her
done
mouth, but
been
she
in
can't be
panels.
quiet. This is what happened on the
So
last
are
channel.
your
You
children
talk,
over or under 18?
right, and then afterwards she gonna go back to
Do
the
you
question.
even
I've
know your
already told
kids'
you that don't
age?
worry about that.
So let me
You see,
Okay.
this is
let me get this
the
straight. Were
honest
y'all on
truth.
another?
This
Y'all,
is the ignorant, yeah, and everything she talking about
It's
come
easy
from
way to
another
prove me
call.
a
She ain't
liar.
even
It's
intelligent
an
enough
easy
to
way
know
to
we
prove
on a
me a
different
liar.
channel.
well,
It's
my
an
thing
easy
is
way to
this.
prove me a liar.
Now, is she
Ain't nobody.
lying? Is she lying?
Yeah, she is.
So you didn't say what she's saying. You said on the panels, but you were on earlier panels. You admit that with her
Yeah,
today.
I've been on another panel today. I think her name is Bomb Cherry, and
Bomb
we had
Cherry,
the
okay.
same incident. You can go watch the channel and watch it. These people are ignorant. They talk over you. They cut you off. Then they try to tell you
So
what you
you
said.
didn't
Like
say that your children were over 18?
you see what I'm honest. You see what I'm saying?
Now,
Honest truth. I'm talking right now.
That's a
yeah,
very
I'm
absolutely.
simple
talking. Yeah.
question.
Now we'll give him.
I
Let's
would
Koja.
not
Let's
be
go.
up here stating this if it was something I couldn't verify.
Well,
So
Koja,
you
maybe.
didn't say that your kids were over 18.
Well, Koja, he
It don't
said
matter. It's not your time to talk
And
though.
did you
Well,
still say you owed child
Koja,
support for
now
them?
You
Koja,
see how ignorant she is, bro?
Koja, we gotta go ahead and let him get Koja. We gotta now Koja. Now I will say, CEO Koja is.
The easiest way to prove me a liar or him a liar is for him to say if he said it or not.
Well,
Now, if he didn't
now
say
Koja,
it,
he said
then,
he didn't say it, Koja. I mean, what more can we?
okay,
No.
okay.
Now get
The
it
stream's
twisted.
still up.
What I'm trying to say is this: I spoke about the ages of some of my children on the show earlier, right?
Right.
But now, hours later, we're on an honest truth, and we're having this conversation. And this woman jumps on here talking about, I hope he ain't lying. He said, what does that got to do with what we talking about right now? Ain't nobody asked about no age. I ain't said nothing about no age. So what are you on here on a brand new channel? That's a completely different topic.
What
Hours
comment
away
did
from
you
the last.
make in the
What are
chat?
you on here trying to talk about? I'm lying about my
What
kid's
comment
age.
did you make in the chat? Now, if I
You tell me.
misread a comment and attribute it to you,
Listen
I will
to me.
totally
Koja.
own that. If I misread a comment
Oh
and
my
attribute it
God.
to you, I will fully own it. I can't see the chat to see all of those comments.
No, you
but I
don't
would
need to. You
fully
don't need
own
to
that.
see the
But
chat.
I
You need
saw
to tell
you
me.
make a
You need
comment
to tell
about
me.
your child support in
Don't
the
tell me
chat.
what you thought. Tell me what the fuck you read because
Baby,
you the
if
one
I
got
make a
in the.
mistake, I will fully own that. But
No,
you
you're
just
not
said
because
you
you're
didn't
still
say that.
arguing and you
You
made a
just said that
mistake. That's
you
the
did
only
not
reason
say
I
your
called
kids
in
were
is to
over
show you what
18
type of
on
All right, so
Bomb
motherfucker
Cherry
you are.
chat.
here's what we could do.
You
Okay,
just said
we're
that.
gonna
2 plus 2 is 4 all day, every day.
It is, Koja. Here's what we're gonna do because Koja, I do kind of understand his point, but listen, Koja, you know we're gonna take it to the audience, and I want to see what y'all think. Is Koja right or is CEO right? Right? Is Koja right or is CEO right? Whose side are you on? Whose side are you on? Here we go. This is what we need to do, okay? Because I need to get a new keyboard. Donate to my Cash App. Apparently they were, and here's the thing. What goes on in other communities' channels, let's try and keep it there because I'll be honest with you, he's right. Bomb Cherry's live streams, those 13, 15, 17-hour live streams she does are pretty freaking wild, right? Pretty freaking wild. I will say that. Having said that, I will also say, and to your credit, my friend, I mean, I've been doxxed by some of those women over there as well. They are not the nicest of people. So I understand. Y'all, come on, y'all. Let's. But having said that, I want to be honest. Koja, she's passionate. I don't think Koja doesn't mean you any harm, but don't get it twisted though. She's gonna hold your feet to the fire. But Koja, let's let him respond. Let's give him some time to talk. And go ahead, CEO, while the results come in.
First and foremost, I just want to show you a lot of respect for being a man. The fact that you understand when you run a channel and you call people in to speak, that when they speak, you actually got to let them finish their sentence before you run off on the next channel and try to tell somebody what they said when you never even gave that person a chance to finish what they were saying. So there's no way you could possibly know what they said. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. Second of all, this is all about, look, we had a conversation on a previous channel. You saw how she can't shut up. We had a conversation on a previous channel. Mm-hmm. The whole time, nothing that I was able to say was able to get understood because you know how they get that click type of mentality, right? And they emotionally unstable. So you can say I'm about to And then, oh, nigga, you can't do it. And it's like, hold up, you don't even know what the fuck I'm about to say. Oh, nigga, you don't. And that's how they did the whole damn time. You can watch the video. It's no lie. That's how ignorant they acted the whole time. And then to back that up, you can see that's that type of ignorance because she came in here, a completely different channel. She already on it. First of all, she calling me by my name. You see it's Black Messiah. I shared my name with the people on the last channel. And no reason to come in here. I put Black Messiah up there because I wanted to be called Black Messiah. So why you come in, the first thing you want to put my name out there? Put every other motherfucking thing. That's immature.
Was he not Black Star just in the chat? Was he not just Black Star
we gotta wait,
just in the chat?
We gotta wait, Koja. We gotta wait.
Look, she ain't wrong about shit. She'll never be accountable for nothing.
We gotta wait,
this whole time, I guarantee you, she'll never take accountability for none of the bullshit she's saying, but she'll get up on here and try to advise me about how to behave myself with dope. I'm not with the
doxing, y'all. I'm not with the doxing. I'm gonna be honest, Koja and Koja,
I don't know
I'm not
this
with the
man.
doxing. We gotta keep people's names,
Excuse me. He just was two people in your chat. He was just Black Star and he was just the Messiah. So I said, are these the same people? So I don't see the messages from Black Star anymore. So I don't think I can go and say what comment he made. So if I'm saying I don't know him, whatever I know of him is what he had as his screen name in chats, nothing I doxed him for. He had his name as Black Star, Messiah or something, Black Messiah, and Dante, CEO.
I would like to ask for the relevant.
That is all on every
now Dante,
live that he's posted.
Was your username? I'm sorry, bro. Well, I mean, it's out of the back. Welcome to the party. My name is Jonathan Wilson, Dante. So nice to meet you.
All right.
So did you have your username as your actual name? Because I mean, hey, if your username was your actual name at one point, then I can kind of understand what Coach is saying. Right?
Nah, I never used
but you did,
my name.
But you did. So you never gave your name.
I don't know him.
Listen.
I don't know him.
I didn't give my name.
I've been on 3. This is my. I want to say the 4th panel with him.
All right, Koja. Koja, I love you. I'm gonna have to put you on mute right now, Koja. I do love you though.
Because really, I don't even have to really fight no more because she came on here and just like they did on the last channel, but there was nobody there to show integrity or really to be responsible, right? She's already showed who's really the problem. You see how she can't be quiet. You see how she keep running her mouth. Right. You see how she came up in here spreading names, talking shit, doing lies, all type of stuff. They've already shown her integrity. She's already shown who she is.
So what did you go on Bombs Cherry's panel to try and do or say? She was having a Father's Day live stream, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you were just kind of going up there to participate and just kind of give your experiences, or what?
All right. So I'm about to launch this channel.
Okay.
And the purpose of this channel is really coming at a technical perspective and really trying to kind of build and help the community. Well, one of the first things I wanted to do to kind of prove that my system works is I kind of wanted to attack this gender war and show how to resolve it. So right now I'm in this little experiment where I got like 5 men channels, I got 5 black women channels, and I listen to both sides, and I'm like kind of refereeing. I'm trying to figure out how can I kind of come in here and resolve this issue. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm basically saying by that is I listen to the men and I listen to the women and I try to understand both sides. Okay. So that's why I was in Bomb Cherry's channel. So I came in there and we started talking. But here's the thing: no point that a man made was ever listened to, because every time you talk, they're real bitter over there. Like they really had some bad lives because they really toxic and they really bitter, and they can't, like, you see how she can't even be calm and patient and just wait for a chance to talk. That's how they were there. We got that. Yeah, that's how they were. Let's.
I'll be honest with you, CEO. It's like that on both sides, man. I mean, bro, I'll be honest with you. The manosphere and those guys over there that talk about women, bro, it's bad, man. I mean, I know you've been watching both sides.
It is.
Right?
It is. It's bad. But I tell you.
Now, I will say though, you're right. But still. Koja's not the worst, all right? Koja's not the worst. Okay, so
I would like to clear up about the doxing.
I know that.
Because
yes, go ahead.
Can I clear up about the doxing and speak to that?
Yes,
Number one, I've only been on 4 panels with him, I think, and 2 of them were today. Now, I'm sorry if you want to see if he doxed himself, that was on him. I will only refer to him what I know him by today. And those are the 3 things that I saw about him today. His thing is CEO DNP. So what does the D stand for? Does it stand for Dante? Did he modify it? But if he's saying I dox him, I don't know him. I I think
Even
he may
like
have
that,
said
no-
where he live at or not. I don't know him other than
Nobody
the
ever
2 panels
said
today.
you doxed.
So I don't want it talking about I doxed him. I
Say-
referred to him as what he has had his screen names as today. And if he made an error and did that, that is on him. You cannot take your error and then try to say I doxed you. Because if you didn't want me to refer to you that way, I would have completely known that. But by you put it up there on the screen, I thought it was okay to call you that. So you eat your error.
Now,
don't
CEO,
sit here and try to say I doxed him.
CEO, did Coach just said that you called yourself by your name on another stream?
He had it going across the screen.
You had it going.
It was going across the screen. It was his cash. It's his Cash App name. It's his Cash App name.
So
$sign Dante.
I appreciate you, Coach. So
he talking to me though.
So
God damn, that's just ridiculous.
So CEO, you had it flash on the bottom. Is Koja lying right here? Is she lying? I mean, she's telling the truth, right?
Here's what the only thing I'm hearing wrong is I've never accused anybody of doxing.
But I'm saying in this instance, hold on. In this instance, you had your name though flashing, right? The only reason I'm saying this is because
I'm gonna explain that.
Right. Okay. So it wasn't your name wasn't flashing on the screen.
Every time I call into these channels, they use like a certain app. I don't know what it is or something different. And it'll bring up exactly what the profile is with my Gmail and shit. But sometimes if you get on different shit without me even knowing, it just like it put my real name out there. And people saw it. But here's the thing, she tried to make that excuse up. But it's like when I came over here,
so how would I know that?
I'm still talking.
Hold on, Koja. We'll let you come in. Hold on, Koja. Okay.
So okay, that little slip up happened last time. You know what I'm saying? So we come hours later, we come onto this channel. She trying to make these excuses because that's how exactly we're talking about the other channel about female don't take no accountability for nothing she do. What does that got to do with right here and right now? And since I've been in this channel, I've only shown Black Star. And I've only shown a Black Messiah. The only reason I showed Black Star is because somebody blanked out the Black Messiah and I had to come in on another channel to try to get to speak. But I ain't never said my name. So why she come in the channel and her first thing is, oh, this Dante and your children. And come on, man, just admit that's just immature. That was whack. There was no reason for you to say my name. The only shit that I demonstrated was Black Messiah and Black Star. You didn't have to say Dante. I didn't slip up.
Can I respond? Honest truth. First of all, I'm trying to make sure I'm not misapplying him to somebody else. So making sure that the three people I saw today, first of all, it's a whole bunch of wannabe kings call themselves Messiah. So if I'm making sure I'm not speaking on the wrong person by saying the names that I saw you as today, which was not of me. That's your Cash App name. How would I know that you wanted to or not? I don't talk to you. I don't know you. And when I've gone up on panels, the only names they have applied to me in StreamYards and in what's the other one?
Koja.
Has been Koja or Jane Bain. I have never had any other thing docked for me. So I don't run those things. And excuse me. So yes, I'm making sure that the three people I talked to today are the same person. So I won't attribute your actions to the wrong person. So if that's wrong of me to confirm who you are and that you are the same three people, that's what I was doing. I wasn't trying to dox you. Excuse me, your name is DNP. And I'm sure on your channel, it's your Cash App name. And I'm sure that probably runs on there.
That's what I'm talking about, man. You don't know how to communicate.
So how would I know? I haven't talked with you since earlier today.
Enough said.
So did I dox you, or you failed to put your appropriate name in the box and what you wanted to be seen by? All right, and because you made an error, you're going to attribute that to me. So you cannot even take accountability for your own actions and your own mistake.
Now, I will say, Dante, I will say, Koja, what Koja's saying is 100% true, because that's how I got doxxed the first time, man. You know how I got doxxed the first time? I had my name on my PayPal account, and a girl, a subscriber who was, a big supporter of the channel back when, got really upset at me, and she had my name from my PayPal account, and she sent it over to a certain group of content creators, and from there it was over, and everything else about my family was out there.
But understand, how would I not?
It was at a fault from me, though, I will say. So what Koja's saying,
but how would I know?
It does apply.
He didn't want his name out.
Right. But
I don't
I
know
will say
him.
though.
So how would I know that?
Man,
Right.
bro,
If I'm seeing you
I will
got
say though,
blessings
Koja,
across the
honest truth,
screen, how
you
would
a
I know
wise
that?
man, but everything
Don't
she's
know you,
slinging is
man.
bullshit
well,
right
no.
now.
And it's plenty of
When
people
I
that
actually
have
get a
their
chance
real
to
names
talk,
out here.
Yes.
There
Now,
show you how it's
Koja,
are
bullshit.
content
But
creators with their
goddamn, she
real
won't
names
shut
out
up.
here.
Koja, there are. You're right, Koja. But if somebody doesn't
So how
want,
would
I
I
do
know that?
understand. Well, Koja,
How would I know that? So
Koja,
his error.
I hear you, Koja. Still, if he's cleared it up and said he doesn't want that to be the case, then Koja, we got to respect his wishes. So
I don't.
give me a second, dear. I know, because I had to put Koja on me.
Right.
Listen, we love Koja. Very passionate. It's Koja, and then if y'all get the time, the verbal assassin. She's never live. She's extremely passionate. I love her. And then also, I forget Annalicia. She's never live either anymore. So the passion burns very, very brightly. But okay, so CEO. I hear what you're saying, and I agree with you on the doxing thing, man. I don't like that. There's really not a need to bring into the names. But if Koja's saying what she's saying, I understand it is a bit of a murky
She's slinging you some bullshit, but let me get at it.
But still, even in that, I think that there is some solid reasoning. If she's trying to match you to the person that she claims to be, then she used your name. Then I will say this though, for the sake of just time and whatever. If you are going to be a content creator, eventually your name's going to be out there. So it's just a matter of time. To be honest with you,
man. That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of times, words get put in people's mouth and stuff because
I don't even know. I don't think I know what state you in. Do you think you're the only Dante?
Give him a second.
Do you know how strong Dante is?
Koja, come on, Koja. Golly.
God damn.
You hurting our case right now, Koja.
Hey, the honest truth, bro. Really, do I have to say no more? She not showing what the fuck she is. Nigga, like this is ridiculous, man, bro.
Well, it's what it is, bro. What it is this, all right? What it is this. Both sides have legitimate points, but what happens is when trying to make the legitimate points have legitimacy, but it's like they're going over each other because it's like, well,
I have doxed myself online, and I don't hold anybody accountable than myself. I feel like that. So if my stuff is out there, it is my error. It is not anyone else's.
Koja,
she just had to say that, bro. That's
Koja. We're not there yet, Koja. But okay, now, Koja, we got come on, Koja. So I think that obviously this is a passionate, discussion, CEO, and welcome to YouTube, man. Now here's the thing. When are you looking to start your channel is the thing, because
man,
obviously you got some steam rolling right now, and I'm sure you have some viewers watching when you decide to start.
Yeah, that's why I say a lot of times when I go on these channels and stuff, man, like I know out of 30, I'm going to catch 2 or 3. I'm fishing. Like I'm not looking for the people who acting ignorant like some other people. I'm looking for the 2 that, I'm looking at the chats, I'm looking at the responses, and I'm taking names and I'm writing them down, and I'm going to guide them over to the channel and everything. But the whole point is this, what we just talked about, here's where I'm slipping up. Show me where my logic is wrong. Right. I go on a channel, and the Vimo, I don't know what that app was. It shows your name real quick, right? Okay, so it's a slip up. You accidentally said your name, right? Right. But then that I want to go by a different name, because just like how you'd call her Koja or whatever, why is that? Because that's the name she chose to put on there. Right. That's what she wants to go by in this space. Right. So when I came up in this channel, when you see I got the Black Messiah, she's trying to make up some excuses. No, I tried to figure out your ID. I'm the only Black Messiah out here. You knew who I was. Especially because of the last channel we on, it was thoroughly established who I was. She's the one who keeps telling you. She's the one who in the chat is the one telling everybody else. He goes by this name and that name. Other man using so Messiah in their screen name. Figure out if it was me. There are a whole bunch of variations.
Okay,
listen to what I'm saying. See, even that, like there's no integrity with them people on that side. But what I'm telling you is this: she want to kid here and fast talk you, but I'm the fast talk out. Like, you're not running that by me. She gonna try to tell you she came over here, and the reason she threw them names out is she was trying to make sure it was me. Come on with the bullshit, man. She knows it's me. She knows the names I go by because I just went by all these names in the last channel. So don't come over here and lie and say the reason you put my names out there is to make sure you were talking to me. Okay, I'm the only Black Messiah on the line on internet.
We need to take this to the votes. We have no idea, but I tell you what.
Can I speak right now? I would like to say something.
Of course,
Number one, they're always talking about accountability. Right. Now, this is the perfect time for accountability. Now, if I made an error, I wouldn't put that on anybody other than myself. I have doxed myself, and I have not blamed any other person for that. But this man can't even take accountability for putting his own name out there. not
I
my
didn't put
name.
my own
He
name out
did.
there. I put my own name out
I
there
don't know you,
on the
man.
last
I
channel.
don't know you.
We're on
I
a
had a
whole nother channel now.
classmate named Dante that got killed. So you was not the only Dante, and I know you ain't down here in the small
You
town I
see
am.
how
You know
she
how
don't.
many
You see how
Dantes
she
it
don't
is.
listen, bro. I didn't say that there wasn't no other Dantes. I said there was no other black besides. She don't even know how to listen.
Now,
Bro. She don't even,
you can't even take accountability. Then when you talk about people
You
taking
too old for this.
accountability,
Oh
You
no,
too
this
old
is
for
a
this.
perfect
all right.
example of
Well,
someone who cannot take.
Okay, we're gonna Koja. Okay, Koja, we're gonna bring you down for now, Koja. Listen, y'all, everybody supports Koja, but I'm gonna try and have. We're gonna try and get this. We're gonna try and get this worked out. Listen, Koja, we appreciate you. You know we love you. We're gonna see Koja on a very near live stream. On a very near live stream. I love Koja. Okay, thank you, Koja. Now, what? Oh, I think I accidentally blocked Koja. Jesus, hold on, Koja. I didn't mean to report you. Okay, now listen. 22 votes are in, ladies and gentlemen. Koja's not here right now, but she's still watching and we still love her. 22 votes in, 68% of people believe Koja's right, 32%. It looks like we had a swing, ladies and gentlemen. We had a swing recently. 32% are on CEO's side right now. Okay, so hey, we're getting close to the 50. Now, CEO, I wanted to say you hopped on Bomb Cherry's panel. We're gonna kind of run this thing. We're gonna run this thing up soon because I need to upgrade Zoom and donate to the channel. So you went on Bomb Cherry's panel. Not a lot happened, but you seek to now go forward and have conversations to enlighten us as a people, to create more unified families and everything of that nature. And you plan on doing that through having dating conversations and talks, right?
In a way, generally, my actual implementation, the way I'm going to do it, it's not necessarily going to be dating things, but I have another theme about it. But ultimately, yes, I'm trying to bring them together and in a logical way, rather than just the talking and lying and spreading rumors, gossiping, opinions and everything, to sit down and kind of logically work out our problems to where you can't argue because 1 + 1 = 2. Or if this happened and then this happened, then this happened. Like, get things in order instead of got women come in here and just, oh, you did this. You don't like on the other channel. And I'm kind of rambling right now, but on the other channel, right? Mm-hmm. I'm speaking about my children. And I'm talking about their age and stupid things. Just a brief combo, right? Mm. They cut me off, and then the whole rest of the conversation. You're stealing from your children. You're trying to ruin it, and it's this woman too, coach. You're trying to ruin their credit. You're gonna ruin those kids' life. It's on Father's Day, and I'm calling in saying I love my kids and everything's good on my end. But here's what they want to cut me off, mute me, and then they want to sit on the channel for the next 15, 20 minutes, and you abuse your children, and you probably beat up on your wives, and you don't take care. And it's like, man, shut y'all shit up, bro. That shit retarded as fuck. You know what I'm saying? You sit here and try to say like I'm about to go to, and they cut you off. So if I say I'm about to go to, and then I get cut off, do you know what I'm saying?
No.
Exactly. This is what they do. Just like you just saw. Every time I start talking, they cut you off. Then because they get triggered by a certain word. Then they go off for the next 20 minutes telling you, you said. And it's like, no, I didn't say it. Then they'll rewind it. See, you said it. And it's like, hold up. You cut me off. You see, as soon as that word came out, you cut me off. You can't tell me what I said when you can see right there, you cut me off in mid-sentence. You don't know what the hell. I could have said I'm going home. I could have said I'm going to the store. I could have said a number of things. You cut me off. They don't have enough sense and intelligence to realize you can't have no conversation with somebody and tell me anything when you don't listen.
I don't want to say they don't have enough sense and intelligence. It's not.
Hey man, when you do something for hours, bro.
Well, it's not that. It's not that. This is what it is. But I'll tell you what it is. It's not that they don't have self-intelligence, because that's a very disparaging thing to say. So be very careful saying that. But it's that the sections on YouTube that we have created, that people have created, are very radical, right? So it's very radicalized in certain areas, and especially when we start talking about conversations of black fatherhood, black men, black dating, black love or lack thereof. So it's radicalized. Not that they're not smart. Right. These are the women. Women are very smart. Okay, black women are very smart, bro. So the problem
very
is
emotional.
Well, women are emotional. Don't get me wrong, and I'm not saying that they're perfectly emotional.
And emotion and logic.
But still, it's not that you have to understand this is a very, very tense, and you also have to understand that you hop directly into the lion's den. I mean, Bomb Cherry has some pretty radical teaching. She's not really even the most radical. Now, if you would have hopped and divested Zella's channel, dude, you might not have. I mean, it's brutal, bro. I mean, they're really bad. Like it.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I'll
'Cause
say
the only
this. I'll say
thing
this.
that-
Bomb Cherry, if Bomb Cherry on a scale from 1 to 10, bro, as far as like, woo, my God,
A 2.
like, woo. On a scale from 1 to 10, she's probably like her channel can be a 4, right? A 4, 4.5. Divested
That shit
Zealot,
is weak.
Divested Zealot's 8 or a 9, man.
I put it like this:
It's
if
different.
if you direct me
See.
to a person who has that type of conversation, but it's logical, it's point, it's not
Right.
lies, it's not defamation, it's not assassination of character.
Yeah.
If I say something, and somebody can come up here just like I teach, logically, step for step, and tell me this, you said this, then you said whoopty whoopty whoop. I can respect that. That ain't hard for me. I like that. That's how I communicate. Keep it real. But when you got people who lie, when people who cut you off and then say you said this and then keep cutting you off so you can't correct this shit and then kick you off the channel and sit on the channel for the next 30 minutes spreading a whole bunch of lies. He said this, he said that, to where you got to come back on the channel and say, look, you can rewind the tape. I did not say that. And they sit and just like I caught her, she gonna get on here and say, oh, you in the chat talking about your kid's age. You can read the whole chat. I ain't said nothing about my kid's age up in here. She can't say, oh, she's confused about the last chat, because there is no discussion about age in anything we said over here. So what is she talking about kids' ages? What does that got to do with anything here or on the last channel? It's just her saying some bullshit to justify her ignorance.
I'm not sure what the kid's age had as much to do with it, to be honest. I don't really know. I'm not sure, but
it was her excuse to try to because one thing I noticed about the women, especially over on that side, bro, and that channel that I did today, bro, it showed me clearly, hey, these women do not want to be accountable or take responsibility for nothing they do. Nothing they do. I don't care what it is. A female can be out here hoeing, having sex with all type of men, not being and get pregnant, and it's all the man's fault. She done fucked 2 or 3 niggas this week. But now she pregnant, it's the men's fault. And it's like that shit, it got real annoying over there, because we were trying to tell them that you hold the men accountable for their part. But at the same time, you got to sit down and talk to these women about, hey, you the gateway to pregnancy. Like you the only one who can really stop these unwanted pregnancies and these kids being born out of wedlock and stuff. Women are the ones who have the key and the lock and the gate on that shit. No, it's a man's fault. It's on the man. It's like, logically, how do you explain a woman? You can't bring a child in this world unless a woman opens up her legs, unless you go inside of her, right? So I'm trying to tell you, all these kids that are being had with no fathers, broken homes and everything, how the fuck do you blame that on a man before you hold a woman accountable? I just didn't get it. Well, I didn't get it. Just like me telling you, I'm gonna hold the dude who fucked the hoe responsible, but I'm not gonna hold I guess I can't be using these words. I'm not gonna hold the woman who's out here just having sex with all type of men. I'm not gonna say nothing to her. As soon as she come back pregnant, I'm gonna go look for the dude that impregnated her, and I'm gonna give him a spiel. But I'm not gonna say nothing to her about her ways, her behavior.
Yeah, no. I mean, and yeah, I mean, outside of the colorful language, I do understand and I agree with you. To be completely honest, that is the problem with YouTube, though. And once again, what you're gonna find, CEO, is that the money tends to not follow if you have a balanced perspective. And I forget the quote that I saw, but it's that when you try to, please everybody, you end up pleasing nobody. And then I saw another quote that said, when you try and become friends with everybody, I forget how it goes. One of y'all could put the quotes that I'm trying to refer to in the chat. But it pretty much meant that, when you try to go along to get along with everybody, you end up getting along with nobody, because nobody respects you if you don't pick a side to some extent. And the way that the quote said was perfect, but on YouTube, it's exacerbated times a million. And so people want to come to YouTube and consume a certain type of content, and that's all they want to see. A lot of times they don't want to see or engage in becoming a better person. They're not trying to look for introspection. They're looking for drama. They're looking for comedy. I mean, I'll be honest, the drama is pretty fun, even if it's at my own expense. It's pretty fun and entertaining and engaging. But even then, I try to make sure that I'm putting some sort of let's become better people message in that shit as well, right? So I'm a bit different, but even then, my views have tanked and have suffered because I refuse to just be completely one-minded, all black men are evil now, especially after what happened to me. I ended up getting doxxed and losing my job, and we had to do a whole bunch of stuff with the family business because of a group of women that essentially I was protecting, right, are talking very well against. And Yogi, I'm sorry for continuing to cover this, but we have to talk about this right now. And so it opened my eyes to the realities of what some guys are talking about, right? And that is that there are some really treacherous ass women out here. and I got to experience
yeah.
it. I got to experience it, and my entire YouTube community got to experience it firsthand. And so when you come and tell us things like this, I agree with you, and I know that you're not saying it all in vain, and I completely understand and empathize with you. I'm not saying I empathize with everything that you've said tonight, because I don't agree with some of the things that you've said as far as women being bees and this and that, or hoes and this and that. But still, having said that, though, the message and the poignant point that you have, I do overall agree with and see, and that is that blind radicalism can, in this case, lead what a man is trying to be, a good father on Father's Day, pronounce his black fatherly love to a group of women who claim that black fathers are an existential crisis in America, then goes on to be utterly shamed, betrayed, persecuted online, and chastised for the simple fact that he is a black father. Now, once again, Koja, I'm sure, is going to argue that this didn't happen that way. We have less than a minute. I'm going to give you your final statements, if you can, in about 30 seconds or less, of how you feel on this before it kicks us out.
Really, really honestly, as much as I love my people, Black nationalists, Pan-Africans, I love black women, I love, black men, I love my people. I've been listening to the manosphere, and it was one-sided, so I started coming over to the womansphere to listen. And I'm just telling you, honestly, bro, it really does make you be like, fuck that. I can't put myself through that. Like, I can't sit around and really want to help some females, but because they so bitter, right, so bitter, toxic, and immature.
So when that's the worst part. Go ahead, bro. 10 more seconds. Go ahead. 15 more seconds. Hurry up.
All I'm gonna say is they had somebody who really.
Okay, so he cut off. Sorry, Black Messiah. I'll finish off what you were gonna. I'm gonna try and finish off what you were gonna say. Coach is winning drastically. Black Messiah. Having said that, Black Messiah lost. I'm going to try and attempt what he was going to say, right? And that is that pretty much what the manosphere says happens. And that's the problem, right? Because what did I tell y'all is the problem with divesting? I said what's going to happen in the future is guys are going to actually, I didn't say that specifically. I said what's going to happen in the future is that they're going to be good men that are going to be turned away for the simple fact that they're black, or for the simple fact that they're part of the demographic that you don't like, right? And they're going to come to these platforms, and they do come to these platforms, and they're turned away, just like some of the good women who have come to the manosphere platforms, and the manosphere guys will be like, oh, B, and the women are like, I was trying to back y'all up, though. So that is a big issue in that side of the radicals, ness. But once again, that's the issues that we're having with the popularity contest on YouTube, with these content creators that are able to just, have a large amount of influence because they're able to say things that do, feel very good, whether they be radical or non-radical. It feels good to hear certain language, certain propaganda, certain things. Yeah, I know propaganda is a triggering word. Just because it's propaganda doesn't mean that it's not true. It just means that it's a certain narration meant to elicit a certain feeling in a certain way. So, for instance, a propaganda poster might say, oh, hey, go join the army today so you can fight to make your country a better nation. Well, it's not necessarily false that you can, fight to make your country a better nation, but it just depends on what your version of a better nation is. If you see militaristic conquest and the ability to dominate nations and to improve your own economic infrastructure with barter and trade and dominating nations through war and things of that nature, then yes, improving your country would be a great way to join the military. Joining the military, rather, let's reverse that, would be a great way to improve the country. That's not propaganda in that case if you do look at benefiting your country, or if you look at your country's benefits being something that's militaristic in doctrine. But if you're not a person that believes in advancing the militaristic budget of $823 billion or whatever it is now, then that poster to you of joining the military is propaganda, because that's not where your morals or integrity lies. And so this is what we're facing right now, where there is truth in the propaganda, but unfortunately the propaganda does have the truth as well. And so it's very difficult for a lot of people to decipher where they stand in that propagational poster. But as we go forward and start to bring over more men from the manosphere side, this is why I'm starting to do these conversations. As the numbers go up, because they will over the next 3 months or so, and we start to have 300, 400, 500 people watching, bear in mind that balance is going to be the name of the key, and balance is going to be what ultimately restores order to both sides. Both sides, manosphere and femisphere, will continue to thrive, or will thrive, but balance is ultimately going to be restored through conversations from both sides, meeting on medial grounds, and there's no medial ground to meet on for both sides to talk on. There are conversation type panels that people have, but there's really nothing that we're going to be doing here as far as that. So I'm glad to see Black Messiah hop onto the panel. I'm glad to see more men in the manosphere who are taking the leap and kind of saying, okay, you know what? That's not going to necessarily save my life either. However, I do see that the truths that they're speaking in this instance, that is the change that we need inside of guys, inside of leaders, inside of the community that are leading the next generation of children. That's the change that's going to elicit the balance that has been so viciously lost in the Black community, because it's balance that's needed in life. Not swaying too far to the left, not swaying too far to the right. Stay the course, stay middle, and stay the path. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jonathan. You can reach me at thehonestTruthYT@gmail.com. I look forward to seeing you all on the next live stream. It'll not be tomorrow, but probably the next day after. And then we'll have a lot more content coming up. Vacation's almost over here, and I'll be back on business duty soon. We have a lot to talk about in order to try and restore balance to the Force. Maybe that'll be the next name of the series that we do. Restoring balance to the Force. If you're a Star Wars fan or a nerd, you'll enjoy that. Let's end this poll, and let's end on a high note, huh? It's 12:42 in the great state of Texas, but I tell you what, the night is still young depending on what part of the world that you're living in. One thing I want to encourage you to do is make sure that you're taking your Second Amendment rights and your right to live very seriously. In the United States and all over the world, there are certain countries that afford you the ability to carry and conceal a firearm or something that could save your life. If God forbid need be, you need to use it in the dark evilness in the dark corners of this world that sometimes we have to trudge through. If you need to do that, make sure you have something. If it's a blade that's shorter than the width of your hand, if it's some pepper spray, if it's taser, if it's a firearm itself, hell, if it's a rock that you found and you decided to stuff in your purse, carry something on yourself to give yourself a fighting chance, ladies and gentlemen. Go do something interesting today. I'm on vacation. I'm in a very nice room. There's a balcony beside me that is stunning, that's overlooking the highway. I cannot tell y'all how amazing it is. It is absolutely phenomenal. It's completely reinvigorated and changed like my entire mood for the past week or so, because it's been a rough week. Y'all have been awesome to me. I'm so thankful that y'all decided to come watch for hours on end. I mean, it's 1 o'clock in the morning and y'all are still watching. We're like 40 or 50 strong. I don't know. But either way, maybe we're 30 strong. We're strong. I tell you that much. You put 30 people in a room, you give them all swords and shields. I'll tell you what, that's a little militia right there, right? Not that we're going to do that. Even on YouTube, we don't advocate for violence. Our last message that we have tonight is love yourself. Don't take it too seriously. Nobody makes it out alive, ultimately. So. But in all honesty, I'm going to see y'all very soon. I love you. Thank you for all donations. Thank you, Tabitha, for the donations. Thank you for all contributors. If you could donate to the channel, please do. It helps a lot. If you're donating online or offline, while we're offline, thank you so much. Also, we have the super chat function, or the super thanks function, which is if you click my video, there's a little heart on the video where it says thanks. And in the channel description, you can donate to there. It's like a super chat. It'll pop up after the video is posted with your donation at the very top of the comment section and things of that nature. So all that goes to benefiting the channel. Listen, we're going to be back very soon. I love you all so much. Good night. Be safe. And until we continue this conversation and restoring balance and order to the Force, well, that's pretty much it. Let's continue this conversation. I'll see y'all. Good night.